What is going on, people? My name is Eric Petroni. I'm documenting my path to financial freedom. I'm making this video to give you guys an idea of how it costs or how much it costs financially just to be in Russia. I think people give Russia a bad rep, which is not very fair, because if a lot of people have never been, so they don't know what it's like. I can tell you firsthand, if there's one thing that should be changed, it's the American system in terms of how things are structured from a financial standpoint, where I have a lot of friends and family members that have they're in debt for years now, like decades, because of medical costs or student loans or whatever it may be. So I've done a handful of pretty intensive tests since I've been here, just because it would be unfathomable to do it in the States. If I wanted to do it just like to check. So, ever since becoming an adult, it's important to check up on yourself, whether that's medically or dentist work or whatever that is. So for context, we've been here about a week and a half, and the first thing I knew I wanted to do is just check up on my normal systems, just make sure that I'm functioning typically as an adult, and I'm not I don't have any major deficiencies, because I haven't done any medical tests in America because I've always known that it's pricey, and I don't really want to spend the money, because it can be a couple $100, and when you're supporting a family and just keeping things going, it's tough enough to just stay alive in the States, just from a financial standpoint, when you add in housing costs, medicals, and everything like that. So I've never done a hormone test, I've never done a blood test, I've never done a heart test, because I did some basic searches, and I think they'll run anywhere from between, on the low end, $200 if you go through insurance and through all the hoops, to $500 to $1,000, depending on the severity of how you do it. So I did a hormone test and an EKG test. So my hormone test was all the blood work: testosterone, magnesium, calcium, my cholesterol, all of the standard hormones that are included in your blood, and just basic tests that come with it. And then the EKG, which is testing how your heart is functioning. And I spent $50 on all of that. Let that sink in. So $50 for the entire test. It took maybe 15 minutes or so. Went to the dentist. Dentist work is notorious, in my opinion, for being quite pricey, and I never really liked going to the dentist, especially since I've been covering my own bill. If it's outside of insurance, and my line of work is for some, most of the time it's outside of insurance. I don't get insurance most of the time, because it's $500, $800 or more for my family altogether. So I want to say it's about $150 for a checkup or basic fixes, and then if it's a tooth issue where I need to fill in a chipped tooth, it could be a couple $100. So I ended up getting that here, and I got two teeth, my two front teeth. They were borderline falling off, the fillers. They've been there for 4 years, and or 5 years. They were getting yellow, and it was getting bad. So the lady that I went to did a fantastic job. I don't know if you can really, I don't know how close I want to get, but she made these two front teeth flawless. All the past work that I've done in the past has been you could see the errors even a little bit, under a light, you can see the line in which the work was done. Dude, this is flawless dentist work, and it was less than $100. It was $90 for those two teeth, and just basic cleaning for the mouth itself. What? Not only that, we got a pedicure and a cosmetic fix today, and it was I think it was less than it was $80 for everything, and my wife included, all together. So that was awesome. We went to St. Petersburg recently, and we spent 2.5 days there. The hotel was $115 for well, I guess we could call it 2 nights. 2 nights, and then an extended half stay, because we were there for the majority of the day, the third day. And it included breakfast. It was a nice, very nice location, dead center of downtown, could not be closer to things. It was $115. The train to get to St. Petersburg was 12 hours. It was $120 both ways for 2 people. And then restaurants, the most expensive bill that we ever had for 2 people at a fancy, not like suit and tie, but like nice place was $30. And we got 3 entrees. I got a soup, and then 2 noodle entrees, a roll of sushi, like 8 sushi rolls, and something else. I think it was like an appetizer, and we spent like $30. It was crazy. 25, but I'm saying 30 conservatively. And we went to all the attractions, all the main attractions, the palaces, the main museums that you would go to, the Hermitage, Catherine's Palace, the St. Isaac's Cathedral, like the heavy hitting locations that you would typically want to go to. It was, again, super affordable. I think we all in spent like $300. So you add all of that together and you look at it from the outside in. For all the restaurants that we went to McDonald's, which is now Vkusny Tochka. It was like so nice. It felt like a high-end restaurant. Like the decor was really nice. The ambience, so the environment was great. We spent $10 for, again, like 4 or 5 items, like 2 or 3 burgers, a chicken wrap, and like 2 mozzarella sticks, like orders. So we got 8 mozzarella sticks, $10. We went to cafes and got like desserts, and they were all like 60-70 cents a piece. So adding everything together for the trip, the medical costs, the EKGs, travel, transportation, taxis, Ubers, restaurants, pedicures, cosmetics, all of the things that we've done since we've been here have been maybe $500 all together. It's just like, it is so affordable here. I'm not saying that everyone should just move because it's snowing today, so it's not like it's a place that anyone can just up and go, and the language is hard to learn. But I'm just saying, a lot of people think that it's like a terrible place and it's just like evil. I've like debatably never been safer in my whole life. And I walk the streets at night, no issues. We're out in the day. Like, I've seen 2 homeless people since I've been here, and one of them wasn't like probably not even homeless. I think they were just doing that as their day job. So homelessness isn't really a rampant issue. It's from what I can see, like the streets are great. Like they're not in good condition. I don't want to say like the streets themselves, but like you don't feel endangered walking on the streets. Everyone keeps to themselves. They do their own thing. Everyone's focused on them, and they're not really, trying to do anything to like cause an issue or cause a scene. So, just the other day I had one of my like colleagues pass away. He got shot in his college town, and it seems like it's a common theme in the United States with everything going on. Like, everyone points fingers at how bad other countries are. Like, yes, there is a crazy situation going on in Israel and Palestine. Like, there's a potentially a really big issue that's going to come around the corner from that. But what bothers me is how much finger pointing the United States does when a lot of people have never been. A lot of people are casting hate on Russia as if they've ever experienced life here and they think that they know better. When in reality, media is the only thing that they've consumed and that they're aware of. Like, until you've actually lived it, breathed it, seen it with your own eyes, it's really hard to form an opinion of how it actually is. So those are my 2 thoughts. Those are my 2 cents. Take it as you will, but I am genuinely considering moving here at some point in the future for our family. It's a no-brainer. Like, we spend $1,000 a month on daycare for 1 kid. And with medical insurance and housing and car payments and, thankfully we don't have much debt. Like, we're paying it down, but like some people are going to be working their whole life, and you move here and a lot of those things aren't even real. Like, hospital visits or ambulance visits aren't even like a big deal. They're minimal costs. Like, it was $7 yesterday for an in-home doctor to come visit our sick child. So anyway, those are my 2 cents. Thank you for watching and listening to me ramble. Thank you. Press the buttons, share it, subscribe it. Talk to you soon.